And in today's Weather Minds, we're talking about Severe Weather Awareness Week. And the first day today, it's all about the difference between watches and warnings. And sadly, we know that in the southeast, they had a real practice run of this yesterday with a lot of severe weather being picked up in some spots in the southeast here. We're talking about 52 reports of tornadoes. The difference between a watch and a warning, though, many of us know this, but always good for a refresher. A watch means conditions are possible, and you should stay tuned to the conditions through the day. A warning means that that storm is headed towards you. A storm has developed or has even been spotted, a potential tornado or severe weather, so take shelter immediately. And of course, we'll be talking about the different topics here through the week.